This is what we call victory. The scarred hulls of starships visible in low orbit. The taste of ash drifting across the skies of terror. The wind carrying rumors, scourging a blasted cradle world with tales of a dead war master and the fallen emperor. I would care if I were able. I have tried. But my mind is a numb thing now. The commander of our company trudges in. He is as ragged as we are, soot-smeared and waxy-eyed, as if half of him is somewhere else. It is a look I recognize well. "Get yourself ready, lads. We head out in 5 minutes. I check the fuel and propellant tanks of the flamer as I do every day, tapping the indicators that always seem to stick. I confirm the functionality of the triggers and wait for the others in my platoon. In the corner of my eye, my wife waits, quietly indistinct. The children are not with her, and for that small mercy I am thankful. I keep my eyes on the battered metal door of the repurposed manufactoria and the sunlight that creeps in as it begins to rise. We go out, the day a grey haze, and we burn the filth from the earth. The world is different now. It is traumatized by what Horus unleashed, and abnormalities linger in the churned imprints of God Machine's feet. Wreckage that defies explanation litters the landscape, while singularities of the surreal haunt the ruins. All of it must be purified before the Imperium can rebuild what was lost. We enter the gutted shell of a building. The low, relentless hum of flies greets us as we pick our way between rubble and dead traitors and lass-seared beastmen. Some of our own lie amongst them, but it doesn't matter. Fire to remove the taint and fire to honor the martyrs, as they say now. A sweet scent drifts down the corridor, a spore that somehow cuts through the heavy stench of promethium. Faint laughter follows it, an echo of the demented Astartes who storm the hive, and the air around me seems to blush with amethyst light. I straighten in response and step forward, holding my breath as I listen for it to come again. Shouts admonish me, and I rejoin the others, flicking the safety catch before thumbing the ignition on the flamer. The laughter doesn't repeat. The only sound I hear is a mad preacher shouting outside.
"It is the Emperor's work you do. Death to the traitors and praise to him on the golden throne."
His voice disappears amid the comforting roar of flame. The days blur into one. Searches and demolitions and clearances scouring traitor taint from the earth. Creeping exhaustion and terrors made mundane as we eat bare rations and drink brackish water in the shadows of dead titans. I strike out away from the others increasingly often, my wife shadowing my steps as I pursue the intangible. I find nothing, and the whoosh of flame tank's exhalations brings me back, the stench of promethium making my head swim. "They're converted Malcadors," says a man I don't recognize, pointing at the trundling vehicles with a too-wide grin. "In furnace pattern. Just what we need for burning heretics, eh?" I turn the words over in my mind. Heretics. Malcador. The rumors say he is dead too. A fog descends on the morning, silent wings smothering the tortured world and hiding it from our sight. We move to a new sector, accompanied by a detachment of Sanguinius's red-clad sons. I watch them with wary eyes as they converse with the commanders, for none of us truly trust the Astartes anymore. Yet as we are deployed, I realize that they are every bit as broken as I am. They have taken their grief over their lord's death into themselves, and it has become part of them. That they are here at all means a rare danger. A small frisson penetrates my desensitized brain as the fog separates me from the others and their subdued chatter. Hours pass, and I find myself alone. Low noise comes from somewhere up ahead, a teasing of derangement. I move quicker, stumbling over the uneven ground in my rush, enticed by perfume, both alluring and simultaneously repulsive. It will be different this time, I say, though I don't know if she hears me. The Legionnaire is not where I ever expected to find one. He crawls across open, cracked ground, and if it were not for the fog, he would be easily visible. The reason becomes quickly apparent. His purple and gold armor hides what must be a broken back, and the withered tentacles that lie in place of his left arm look to be a dead weight. It is difficult to believe he was a man once. He leers as he inches along, muttering canticles of the insane. This is not the one who murdered my family and threw me from our hab as if I were refuse. But he will do for revenge and for an end to torment. I sense a presence behind me as my trembling fingers release the safety catches. I turn, and my wife is close, bloodied hair hiding the face he flayed during his orgy of depravity. Tears sting my sunken cheeks as she fades silently into the fog. The Legionnaire laughs, a low gurgle of madness, and I face him again, advancing and squeezing the trigger of the flamer. He shrieks in a fusion of agony and ecstasy as the fire begins to consume him, and behind me, the fog erupts with shouts. The indicators on the flamer spike into the red, but I continue walking forward. When the explosion comes, it will kill us both. He grins at me through the fire eating his face. This paragon of perfection fallen into insanity. And as the flamer winds towards critical, I grin back. This is what I call victory.
Hello everyone and welcome back to a new season of audiobooks from Warhammer 40,000. Thank you for joining us for this adaptation of Hollow Men, written by Darren Davies, performed by Simon Allison, and directed and sound production by Colyn DeGraaff. Now, let's catch up. At the time of recording, there's only a few days left to enter our fast fiction contest, so if you've been thinking about submitting, now is the time to act. Get those stories in and join the longest running Warhammer 40,000 writing competition on the web. Every year I get so excited to see new names joining the roster, and we're incredibly excited to see how this one wraps up and what comes next. Another major update is that the Warhammer 40,000 portal on coldopenstories.com has made it easier than ever to explore the universe your way. Want to dive into your favorite faction or write for one? Well, you can browse stories in our read by faction system that gives you exactly what you're looking for, and gives you a few tips on the tropes and motifs if you feel like writing yourself. Now, if listening is more your style, audiobooks and audio dramas are now fully integrated and show a handy little icon making it easier to jump from reading to listening or find new episodes for your ears. Next is our anthology project, Sanctum Librarium, is just around the corner with a release of new tales of secret missions, corruption, and more. The best way to find it all is over at coldopenstories.com and to click on the Warhammer imprint. Now, if you've enjoyed what we've been putting out, tell us your favorite stories in the comments. Let us know which factions you want to see more of, or just tell us what you're writing. You can even join our Discord community and get feedback on your ideas, and one day, see it voiced by a roster of incredible talent. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. And if you like the episode, tell a friend, share it on Reddit or your gaming group, and stick with us for the next episode. Until next time, to be continued.